subclassing warden build. Um, so I'll show you my stats. I'm doing something a little different. I'm showing you, full what I'm at stats wise. So this is unbuffed without the damage. That's my max stats. That's without, my damage procs. Same with the resistances. That's my buffed up damage. Buffed up back. Full damage there. Full for the recoveries. Resistances, weapon damage. So it's got pretty good stuff. Lower resistance, but like it's a burst build, so you're gonna be bursting people down. So we'll start off with the slaughtable. I'm running smoked bear haunch. So it's the best food for what I'm running. You can get away with bewitched sugar skulls, but I'd rather just run for more recoveries this patch. And then jewels of Mishral. It's okay. It's not. You're only missing a little bit of recovery. How much is it? Like 50 recovery? No, we're only missing a little bit of recovery and a little bit of health, so it's not that big of a difference. If you can't afford it, get jewels. Um, I run tripods. You can buy these now, so there's no point in not having them. Then I got immovability pots for detecting the Nightblade, but there's not too many right now. Not yet, at least. There's still gankers, but there's not a crazy amount. And then we'll get into the first set, Oak Fathers. So I didn't go for a crit build this patch because I see a lot of rally cry, and sometimes I feel like that the rally cry is just super. Sometimes you can fight somebody that with it on, and you're not feeling like you're hitting hard. Well, on this, I feel like I'm hitting everybody really hard. I mean, it's not the best and be all end all build, but I have good damage. I have good. I mean, it's up the whole time as long as you resource or your buffs and stuff are up. Same with the enemy, so it's good. Like I said, you've seen the damage, you've seen the pen. I'm thinking what like almost 25 to 30k pen. And then the back bar set is clever. Yeah, I know. Everybody's probably like, you used to hate this set. I mean, it needs a buff. I love the set actually. It's starting to grow on me. You know, it's like one of the best turn and burn sets for what it does. It just gives you like crazy amount of damage. Between the 5 piece and the 4 piece, you're sitting over almost 800 damage. It's hard to give it up. I wish they'd buff it to maybe like 25 to 30 seconds. But I'm running a disease glyph, but you can run anything you want. You can do extra damage. You can do anything. I went sharpened because I still want as much pen as I can get. Um, you can run a maul. You could run a battle axe, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I just prefer the greatsword just for a little bit extra damage. I'm going powered because I'm still running polar, and so powered buffs my polar, and I have enough damage to you know to make my healing good on like my vigor and the purify. Um, then I got block. I got sturdy, just for shield. Why not with a stam glyph? It don't matter what you got on there. Poisons. This or the mag ones work perfectly fine. Then I got Balorgs. I love Balorgs. There's different options. You don't have to run Balorgs. You can run Raska. You have enough damage without it. You don't need it. Oak Fathers carries you when you don't have Clever. But I, you can run Nibene for the pools, get the shield, take less damage, more crit resistance. Blood Spawn is always a good one. I like the ultimate gain. It works good. You're tanky. You get more resistances. You can be tankier. Stay in the fight a lot longer. And then, like I said, I like Bowlers. So that's why I'm running Bowlers on this. Um, in pen, I pretty much went all in pen because I'm not running Rally Cry. So I'm pretty much just like hoping that everything lines up and I just smack somebody's health bar away. So it kind of works, you know. Everything's got to line up, and a stun can mess you up. Glyph wise, I went differently because you get 2 max healths, so I didn't have to invest that much into the triglyphs, but you could run all triglyphs and be fine. Let me think. I have what, one stam, a stam, a mag because that was what came on it, and then a little small health one, which just could change to a stam, a mag, whatever you want. And I got a max stam on this one, and then on the jewelry, I got all infused weapon damage, and then I'm running Death Dealer's Feet. So I could be running Mono Myth, I think it's called, but I really like Death Dealer's Feet. Like, it grew on me. Um, I am going to put the monolith one the other setup that I have, but I'm going to do it in a short because I don't have the restoring light all the way leveled up because I don't really need it for the way that I'm playing. But I am going to put that out there with the short with that setup because it's the exact same thing except for 2 or 3 skills get switched, so it's not that big of a deal. But I like Death Dealer's Feet. I get a bunch of extra stats. That's why I was at the beginning. I was already in combat to show you guys full stats up, and that you don't need the monolith if you don't want to. I actually really like this actually a lot better um, for what I'm doing because I don't want to be in a crit build. That's why. That's why I'm running Death Dealer's Feet. So skills, I got Camo Hunter. Well, I guess I'll tell you what I subclass with it first. I got Restoring Light. I know everybody's like, oh my god, dude, the meta. Everybody needs to remember I was a Plar main, so can't get me with what's the meta now because I used to play Plar even when Plar was bad. Like when you had to use um, the old Vamp ultimate that used to do the Bat Swarm, like that. You didn't get the big old bat thing you do now. So I played it when it was really bad and jabs were terrible. Um, but I subclass with Plar, so I'm a Plardin or a Ward Plar, or whatever you want to say. Um, so yeah, I know it's gonna sound insane, but I actually gave up green balance because I went. There's another one. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this either," because I switched from Orc to Imperial, and it's not because of this. It's because of these two. Because I knew I was getting rid of minor toughness, so I knew that I was going to get an extra 1k each. Because Orc, you only get 1k health and 1k stam. But I'm losing damage, but I'm gaining damage because I can run whatever Mundus Stone I want. Um, but let's get back into the skills. I got Camo Hunter on for my max prophecy buff, so I can get, it doesn't carry over to the back bar, which sucks, but I get when damaging flanking enemies, you get minor berserk, which um if you're like this and you're fighting somebody and you're moving around, you're pretty much it's up all the time. Like you're still getting that minor berserk. Um, Executioner, it's a D swing build. Everybody knows that's what I was gonna play. And then Deep Fissure, it's like the best delayed burst in the game. It's loaded. Dizzy Swings, it's Dizzy Swing. Off balance, hits hard. I think this goes up the way up to 16k, fully buffed up. And then I actually switched this Deceptive Predator. So that's why, because I knew I was going to have this on because I switched instead of having green balance. I went for Winter's Embrace because I like Polar Wind, and I like Ice Fortress, and I like Northern Storm. So this is I cater to my own play style, so but I know it works very well. Um, So I went for Deceptive Predator for just that, everybody's got Shulks on, so that 10% might as well have it. And it's a speed boost, and you got Immobilize, snow removal and stuff. And then I got Dawnbreaker. Um, this could be whatever you want. You can use Bonk. You can put Northern on your front bar. You can do whatever you want. I like Dawnbreaker, so I picked Dawnbreaker. Um, Bag bar. I have Winter or Ice Fortress. Betty Netch. I could go for the Stamon, but I don't really. I have the attack enough. I don't need it. Purify. Man, it's so nice having Purify on the bar. What like being able to cleanse whatever you want all the time, and it's like the best. It makes me miss playing Floor from back in the day because of the way to cleanse. So you can pretty much put this down, stand here. Who the fuck's in my house? Oh, okay. Um, put this down, and you can pretty much dictate the fight wherever you want. And then Polar is amazing. Been hitting for like 20k Polars, crits, heals, so it's still very, very good. The buff was awesome, and now Vigor, it's Vigor. This can go all the way up to 30k with all the stuff procced up. And then Northern, everybody thought that Northern was going to be terrible. Love Northern. People stand in it, think it's junk, but hey, I've gotten plenty of good kills with it, so. And then my Mundus Stone is a Serpent. And then my champion points, I actually went more of a mixture this patch. Since I don't need Cleansing Revival because I have Purify, I have Focus Mending. Master at Arms, I want to have 1 damage CP and the rest are defense. So this helps my healing. Ironclad reduces some of the damage we're taking because we're taking a lot. And then Resilience just for extra crit resistance. I have 2,800, I believe. And then Red Tree, Sustained by Suffering, Pain's Refuge, Survival Instincts, and Celerity, just for extra speed. Because I'm not at work anymore, I'm Imperial. And then the Green Tree, it's nothing special. So, it's the same stuff as it was before. Let me check my crit resistance. Yeah, 20, almost 2,800. So, I hope you enjoy. Look out for the short, for the other setup. And like and subscribe, tell your friends. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, so help me out. And peace out.